next we meet, it won't be on holy ground, Paladin.
We shouldn't be casting holy light on the undead. But yeah, these two are here.
We have all been witness to a terrible tragedy. The blood of good men has been shed upon this soil. Honorable knights slain defending their lives, our lives. And while such things can never be forgotten, we must remain vigilant in our cause. The Lich King must answer for what he has done, and must not be allowed to cause further destruction in our world. I make a promise to you now, brothers and sisters. The Lich King will be defeated. On this day, I call for a union.
Between these two men.
And the Order of the Silver Hand will come together as one. We will succeed where so many before us have failed. We will take the fight to Arthas, and we will tear down the walls of Icecrown. The Argent Crusade comes for you, Arthas!
So too do the Knights of the Everglade. Although our kind has no place in your world, we will fight to bring an end to the Lich King. This I vow.
I'm not entirely sure what exactly they're referencing is meant to be under Isotope Chapel. Is that a nod at the secret Paladin hideout underneath it in Legion? Because that's meant to be like been there for ages, according to the Legion lore. But was that actually in Kata? Sorry, in Wrath? Was that actually a nod all the way back then to it? Or were they referencing to something else? Also, did Darian, did the Ashbringer originally appear there? Well, was that actually his soul appearing? That the Lich King stole? Because that's what was implied. So it's just like, Christ, like, you can drum up someone's soul, but you can't give them any degree of protection? Christ. No, like, soul condom? Apparently not. But yeah, this is Tyrion when he's still alive. In Legion, he's dead. Dies during a Paladin quest. Don't know what happens to any other hero that turns up in a Paladin quest. You know, like Troll and whatnot. Troll, I think he gets the shit kicked out of him. I noticed a quick glimpse of him in a video of someone else's. But I don't know any details beyond that. But yeah, we do run into Bloodbane again. He's in Northrend. He gets a promotion. People are saying that he didn't get promotion. He only got promotion because they had no one else. The Lich King lost most of his good guys, so he got promotion. While Lich King was Lich King threw away all the people that were actually loyal to him. No, not actually. Well, that's what others were saying, but well, the other guy was, blind follower of Lich King's thing. I suppose the fleeing kind of goes against that, but these people stopped actually fighting these people, and actually stood there and surrendered. That probably goes against the greater, So I'm not very sure if you could say these people were the loyaler ones than Bloodbane. He's a blind follower, still he ran away, but he seemed to have followed it better than these guys did. Regardless, it's a nitpicky, it's irrelevant. So yes, this is the forming of the Ebon Blade. I feel there's another point I wanted to make there. But yeah, you saw the original guy maybe not the original guy holding the Ashbringer, but he's, well, to be honest, as far as I know, he could be the original Ashbringer. But I think the sword has a longer history, possibly. But yeah, it went from him to Darian, now it's Tyrion, then it's the Paladin player in Legion. I keep thinking there's some more thing I forgot to say here. Yeah, it's kind of strange how they surrendered here, but I think it's meant to be like the holy ground and the influence of the place, you know, sapping Darian's strength, and all that. And maybe it was having a similar effect on the others, though they didn't say so. And plus, you know, maybe his father's soul had some part in that. Or, you know, whatever. You know how he appeared there and all that. So, yeah. But I guess maybe artists knew about the Paladin thing down there. You know? The secret Paladin clubhouse. Maybe he knew about that. Maybe that's what he was referencing. Thinking that Tyrion was probably down there. And that was... like... and that's where he was trying to draw him out from. But yeah, like I said, those aren't dead. They're fine. I keep feeling there's a detail I'm after forgetting. There's something I saw here that I wanted to comment on, but no, I don't know. I'm not sure. Has this guy appeared before in the game or not? Not sure. Regardless, I'm going to move on. If I have forgotten something, then it's going to remain forgotten. If I think of it in a moment, I'll say it. But as a side point, there's a fair chance I've already remembered it and said it and had not realised it. That's how much I've forgotten what it was. I may have remembered it, but I don't remember that it was what I forgot. So, moving on. There'll be... No, you whore! You may want to move away from here. We'll go back over here. It's just, we don't want to be there when the Argent people respawn. So, ignore this, we're meant to have turned it in over there. I just nodded too long about what I possibly forgotten. We can start a siege again, but we won't. Oh yeah, I remember now what I was going to say. When Artis is talking, like the reverb on the headset was actually kind of ticklish. Just the way it was like, just the way it shook my ear, you know. Just ended up feeling ticklish. So, yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting some. Yeah, that's all I was going to say there. There might have been something else, but I'd bloody well forgotten it. Also, that is funny. The Scourge the ghouls bury down there, and then just pop back up to despawn. Kind of annoying. Just ruins the illusion, you know? Though, then again, those just despawning right there kind of ruins it too. There'll be no atonement for us, Ganith. We are forever damned to walk the earth as monsters. While the Witch King may have loosened his grip on us, the spectres of our past will forever haunt our memories. We must make amends in the only way we know how. Death. I ask you now to join me in Arcris as a Knight of the Ebon Blade. Together we'll destroy the Lich King and end the Scourge. So I can get either a Great Axe of the Ebon Blade or a Great Sword of the Ebon Blade. And while that is pretty cool, you know, I'm going to go with this because it is pretty cool. Well, that is the archetypical weapon in my eyes, and is does look kind of cooler. I kind of want this one. Suppose I could just transmog, but fuck it. Okay, we got Decade and Dark Command. I'm not interested, and Decade can go over here. The haze has been lifted. I can see clearly. Oh Christ! I can see as clearly now as the day. The haze has been lifted. I can see as clearly now as the day that I plunged the Ashbringer into my own heart to free my father's cursed soul. My last memory is a free man. We must take back Arcris from the Scourge for orders to survive in this new world. I've taught you how to call forth a Decade. The Decade will return to Arcris when you call upon it, Ganith. Use it now and meet me in Arcris. The first battle of the Knights of the Ebon Blade is underway. Death to the Scourge. I'm going to disappear for a sec. BRB. Hello folks, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, let us continue. Yeah, death to the Scourge.
Go forth and wreak havoc.
Taking back Arceus. Can I be honest, it looks like Varian there is wielding knuckle dusters. Yeah, actually I think that is what he's using. It's kind of fitting. He was a gladiator for a time. Terrifying Abomination, level 37. And here's Kotera and Tessarian. So I can have a passive speed increase whenever Festering Wound bursts. I can have a cause Festering Strikes to crits to apply 2 additional Festering Wounds, and this each Scourge Strike crit to burst an additional 1. Or I can have Coing Shadows that deals 831 shadow damage and causes 1 Festering Wound to burst. Basically, an altered form of Scourge Strike. Does a bit less damage, but it's all shadow, and it's a higher amount of shadow damage, so it'll benefit more from the, plus 10% extra shadow damage. Plus, actually, to be honest, its selling pitch is the 30-yard range. The other thing might be true, but that's its selling pitch. You can just burst wounds at a distance, which sounds disgusting. I'm thinking Unholy Frenzy, maybe? This is tempting. Yeah, we'll go with this.
Obey.
The Lich King has returned to Northrend, wounded by the Ashbringer, but the second force still holds the last of his armies. What about the rest of the Scourge forces outside? There's like 9,000 left. The whole command has been secured, but the Lich King has left us a little present in the heart of Arceus. The Stitched Terror Patchwork and a horde of abominations have taken over the second floor. Use the teleporter to get to the second floor and destroy the Scourge forces that remain. Do not engage Patchwork alone. You must fight the monstrosity with other Death Knights of Arceus. Go get it. You have my strength to carry you. Ooh, I might be able to. Ooh, Knights of the Ebon Blade have fallen here in the retaking. I'm not sure if I can do this. Well, actually, no. You must be able to do it. It's just you're meant to work together with other people. And how the hell are we meant to do that if there's no one else here? Maybe I can get these guys involved.
I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm much more powerful than I. It's because of the buff. It's because of his buff. Okay, good. For a moment, I forgot all about it. These people are considered Scourge, huh?
I'm out of range.
Sadly, ooh, we cast Immolation on them. Huh. Weird. Still don't have anything new. Okay. Death Knight, come play. Come play with Patchwork. Patchwork lonely today.
I need to get closer.
Oh yes. Deck Grip. I'm wondering, can we Deck Grip Patchwork over here? I suppose at the very least it will be a taunt. Patchwork miss Naxxramas. Maybe kill you all fast so Patchwork can go home?
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Move back here.
No more play.
He said that because he killed my ghoul. Okay, maybe I don't need... Okay. It's actually quite burly. Huh, he says what happened to Patch. Though in the text it doesn't go quite that far. Sorry, I'm difficultly finding this. Interesting. But yeah, these probably helped out. I presume they did quite greatly. But I still hit like a truck, which I'm quite happy with. Also, I don't know where he got these swords from, but they are kind of cool. Well done, Dead Knight. The remaining scourge will be dealt with in short order, and the rebuilding process will begin anew. I have but one last task for you. You are now and forever will be a Knight of the Ebon Blade, Ganith. But know this, you were once a hero of the Alliance. Darren stares at you. This order must establish allies for itself if it is to survive. It must represent the Knights of the Ebon Blade to the Alliance. On the platform south of east of me is a portal to Stormwind City. Take this letter, given to me on your behalf by Lord Fordring, and deliver it to King Anduin Ring. Use the portal. Oh, they changed that to Anduin. Nice. Which is a strange little nod to Legion War, even though this happened during Wrath. It's a bit of a weird mishmash of timelines. Part of me almost feels it would be better if we saw a phased version of the Keep and saw Varian, you know, just for accuracy to the lore. But yeah, we are heading here. Part of me feels that the Lightbringer should have done this. You know, hopefully that Tyrion has done his own little bit beforehand, because otherwise a Scourge agent wandering into Stormwind should logically be assaulted on first go. I would imagine it would take an armed Argent entourage not to. For him not to be. Oh, also, I actually never put on my last bit of gear. Both shit. Huh. Also, this is something you'll rarely see. An unfriendly city guard. Wait, do they have aura sacrifice? No, it must be a player nearby. What's this?
Bad feeling.
Oh,
Any friend of Grey Mane?
Celestine of the Harvest. She's in a human form. Cool. Normally she's a Worgen druid. But here she looks human.
What can I do for you?
Basically she wants you to use the bonfire in front of the Wickerman, while she wants you to douse Dead Knight one. Well met, Dead Knight. As we attempt to embrace the Wickerman ceremony, it's no surprise that Horde would attempt to ruin our celebration. Another prudent course of action may simply be rise above the conflict and simply ignore the attacks. And I admire those that take the high road, but I simply cannot help them. But for those that seek to strike back, I can help them. If you're interested, Dead Knight, take this dousing agent and use it on the Horde's Wickerman in the ruins of Orderon.
Ain't you a chipper looking
And we now smell pretty bad. The scent is a mix between ghoul foot and pig rump. Greetings, Dead Knight. The Wickerman you see before you symbolizes itself. The flames that burn it are a cleansing fire. Traditions state that we burn our burdens and give them to the fires. We let go of our burdens as we approach the winter season, and we gain clarity and peace. Join us in our tradition, Dead Knight. Take a branch from the nearby bonfire and hurl it at the Wickerman.
Farewell.
And then there's Gretchen the Fenwell,
How are you?
who wants you to clean up Stormwind, Stink Bomb Horde territories, and talk to Anson in the Golden Rose.
Have a good
I'm not really sure if I'm interested with that stuff right now. Kind of just want to continue on with the general stuff. But that is a nice touch. It's sad they didn't put a hat on him. Maybe they kind of forgot to add that back in after, like that statue was broken for a time. Maybe they forgot to change that so he's wearing a hat. Maybe it's because he's holding a hat there in his hands. No one else sees. Everyone else's house. Maybe that's why. Spat on, nobody likes you. Aww. Yeah, it kind of makes sense why the people aren't happy with a Scourge person marching on through here. It makes perfect. Christ, that guy looks straight out hostile.
What can I do for you?
But it kind of, well, like, sorry, let me start again. Well, it makes sense that they're hostile. Not happy. It makes less sense that they aren't outright attacking. Like, there's nothing here, like,